Hey liebe Leute und willkommen zurück zu Let's Play Foolish Mortals für den PC. Im letzten Part haben wir einige Gegenstände gefunden für die Lösung unseres aktuellen Dilemmas und uns fehlt nur noch ein Gegenstand, der Ring. Und dafür, vermutlich, müssen wir einmal hier durchmanövrieren. Nun war das Problem am Ende des letzten Parts, dass er mir einen Hinweis gegeben hat und ich habe den Hinweis aber nicht verstanden, weil ich den aus Versehen weggeklickt habe. Und ja, deswegen habe ich jetzt gerade meine Aufnahme geguckt und vor Beginn dieses Parts entsprechend da nochmal reingeschaut. Und turns out, dieser Hinweis war essentiell, denn er sagt, ihr habt es bestimmt selbst zurückgespult oder noch schnell genug gelesen, bevor ich es getan habe. Der Hinweis sagt, mir fällt auf, die Uhrzeit ist immer relativ zu meiner Position. Und das erklärt natürlich einiges. Denn wir sehen, wir sind hier oft so auf der Seite und auf dem Kopf und sonst was. Und wenn da natürlich die Uhr relativ zur eigenen Position war, dann ist natürlich alles, was ich im letzten Part probiert habe, Bullshit. Das heißt, ich habe mir wieder meine Notiz aufgemacht vom letzten Mal und räume kurz meine Tastatur aus der Seite und versuche jetzt einfach nochmal diese Zeiten 7, 3, 11, 9, 4, 8 aus diesem Plan hier abzugehen. Nur diesmal relativ zu meiner Position. Also wir fangen mit der, warte, ich mache die anderen Zahlen, die ich mir hier aufgeschrieben habe, nochmal weg, dass ich nicht aus Versehen die falschen nehme. So. Heißt, wir sind jetzt ganz normal auf dem Boden, das heißt, ich fange jetzt mit der 7 an. Und ich nehme mir ausreichend Zeit. Ich stelle mich jetzt immer wieder vor die Tür, um sicher zu gehen, dass ich bei der richtigen Zeit reingehe. So, jetzt hat es schon mal geblingelt. Wo bin ich jetzt? Jetzt bin ich da. Das heißt, relativ zu meiner Position muss ich jetzt also so gucken. Ne, das heißt, die 12 ist jetzt hier, die 12 Mittag und ich suche die Uhrzeit 3. Also ist jetzt 1, 2, 3. Und es klingelt immer, wenn es richtig ist. Okay. Jetzt bin ich da. Jetzt ist die 11. Das heißt, ich suche jetzt quasi den hier. Weil hier jetzt die 12 ist. Sehr gut. Jetzt suchen wir die 9 auf dem Kopf. Also Moment, also das da, wo normalerweise die 3 ist, müsste dann jetzt die 9 sein. Sehr gut. Jetzt bin ich nochmal auf dem Kopf. Boah, aber ist das jetzt auf dem Kopf gespiegelt? Nee, oder? Moment, ist es jetzt auf dem Kopf gespiegelt? So, 3, 4. Nee, alles gut, nichts gespiegelt. Und jetzt ist wieder ganz normal. Deswegen hat es hier beim letzten auch immer geklingelt. Nicht einfach so immer beim letzten Mal, sondern, ja.
My head still spinning, I passed through the final door of the staircase room with the realization that I'd followed the final steps of a dead man.
True. Und wir sind hier. Finally. Meine Güte, das will ich direkt mal abspeichern, glaube ich. Blub, blub, blub. Dankeschön. So. Hallöchen, erhängtes Skelett. Das ist ganz schön düster immer noch.
I'd never been in love, yet seeing the drastic measures the sailor had resorted to, I felt his pain all too viscerally. The happiest day of his life became the day his true love rejected him. It must have broken him.
Ja, sowas tut weh.
The sailor's skeleton still clasped his wedding ring for Abigail. With some unease, I took the ring, promising the skeleton I'd return it to the woman who loved him.
Meine Fresse, ist das düster. Okay, deine Bibel, Bro, habe ich leider noch nicht gefunden, aber was ich gefunden habe, ist doch meiner Meinung nach den letzten Gegenstand für die Kommode, um mit dir sprechen zu können, oder?
I placed the ring on the dresser. The 5 wedding items were ready. It was time to start up the phonograph.
Yep. Machst du automatisch? Okay. Finally.
Abigail, if you can hear me, try to come back to your final happy moment. I began to feel a change in the room. The air not quite so still, the shadows not quite so dark, and the bride not quite so distant. I just hoped I'd made a wise decision.
You cannot be allowed to do this. I will stop you. At any cost, I will stop you. I'm free. You came back.
Please don't try to kill me a third time.
Don't worry, Murphy McAllen. I'm not here to do that.
I think I might have caused all of this, but I can explain everything.
I'm afraid to say I think you might be right, but at least there's a chance we can do something to fix it. If only... Oh no. He's coming.
Who's coming?
Rackham, you need to hide. If we're going to fix this, he can't know where you are. Quickly, out on the balcony.
Okay. Oh.
Abigail, where is he?
Where is who?
Don't play dumb with me, little girl. I know about your little game on the riverboat. I know that you've brought that mortal into the house. Where is he?
You know, I haven't seen him.
I know you're lying to me, Abigail, but it makes no matter. There's nothing any mortal can do to stop my plans. The wedding will take place tonight, and this time, you're going to say I do.
I'll never marry you, Rackham.
I'm afraid you won't have a choice.
I've broken free of your spell before. I can do it again.
I'm not so sure that's true. The love spell will take hold again, and every minute you spend broken out of it drains you more and more from ever breaking out of it again. Soon the spell will take hold of you forever, and then you will marry me. The Belmore treasure will be mine.
No.
You had your chance, Abigail. You chose that nightmare. And after tonight, you'll never be able to leave it again.
Grüne Farbe und Voodoo-Symbole. The Black Magic. Die Gemälde hinten.
What a creep.
Abigail, is it safe?
Of course not, but we don't have the luxury of waiting. Come with me, Murphy. I have a plan. And there are some things you really need to know.
Das glaube ich auch, ja. Beginn Part 3. Teil 3. Die Skelettschlüssel. CYX für Cecil, Xavier und... hab den dritten Namen vergessen. Um in deren Räume zu kommen. Okay, lässt mich wieder raus.
The Grand Hall. Why are we back here?
I suppose you have some questions for me, Murphy McAllen?
Just a few. This trip to Devil's Rock isn't going anything like I planned. So, Abigail. May I call you Abigail? Why did you try to kill me? Come to think of it, why did you try to kill me twice? Were you under Rackham's evil spell when you threw me from the balcony and dragged me into the spirit pool?
No, that was me. It took a lot of energy to escape the spell. Those were the only times I've ever managed to do it. But it needed to be done.
So you tried to kill me on purpose?
I wasn't trying to kill you, Murphy. When you came into the house, I knew what you were trying to do. Summoning the ghosts. And in doing that, you'd free Rackham. I was trying to stop you, to save everybody.
I was the threat?
And pulling you into the spirit pool? Once you'd done that damned foolish deed, I knew we needed you in the house to fix it. So I brought you here. I was never trying to kill you.
Oh, I see. I guess we had a slight misunderstanding. What were those faces I saw through the broken glass?
Those are the faces I've seen every minute of every hour of every day for the last 33 years. Those are his punishment. I don't know how he does it, but it's like he can control your dreams and your nightmares. He can manifest images in your mind that don't exist, no matter how much you want to stop them.
Nightmares? So he's the one that the locals have seen wandering the house.
He was the only one who could, but until now, he could never leave the house. Only manifest projections of himself beyond the estate.
Like appearing to Dr. Moray as Aloha?
That's right. Rackham was never a lower, but he knew Moray would fall for it. Hook, line, and sinker. And now look what it's led to.
Jetzt ist tot.
You're free now. You can stop Rackham.
No, Murphy. Rackham's magic is strong. You may have broken the spell for now, but what he said was true. I don't know how long I can hold out before the curse takes hold of me again. But it will happen. I can already hear them laughing.
Okay, das habe ich auch gehört.
What are we going to do?
I have a plan, but I need you to carry it out for me. You need to finish what you started, Murphy. You need to find the treasure of Belmore Manor.
Mach ich.
Rackham's looking for it too. You'll need to get there first.
What's so important about the treasure?
What do you think the treasure is, Murphy?
$13 million? Unaccounted for and unclaimed?
No, Murphy. The treasure is much more insidious than that. $13 million is just what my brother spent trying to contain it. Listen carefully. I need you to know something. Do you want to know what the treasure of Belmore Manor really is?
Ja.
My brothers meant the world to me, and I missed them dearly every time they sailed away into the Caribbean. On one fateful voyage, they'd anchored in a lagoon to replenish supplies. There was a man there, so thin and weak he looked like a skeleton. He beckoned them along the beach, led them into a cave, and showed them an unfathomable pile of gold, coins, goblets, jewelry, the riches of 1,000 looted ships, topped by a wooden coffin. That coffin held a treasure more valuable than the rest put together. The skeletal man saw a shell from the beach in the hand of my eldest brother and offered to make a trade, for he knew that the item within the coffin could not be given away. It could only be bought or traded or inherited. The deal done, my brothers loaded up their ship and set sail for the nearest port. But when the dockhands opened the coffin, they fled and refused to return. Inside was a black stone that seemed to glow green from within. The locals knew a legend of a terrifying pirate captain who wielded such a black stone, able to make any who resisted his demands collapse dead before him. But that had been 2 centuries ago. Surely the pirate captain should have been long dead. My brothers put so much into researching the stone, scouring the Caribbean, conducting scientific experiments, meeting experts of the occult. And it all led to one terrible discovery. The coffin stone was a cursed artifact, able to destroy a person's spirit and steal the remaining years of their life for the stone's possessor. That pirate captain, who had ransacked ships by stealing the life of anyone who dared to oppose him, was now cursed to live out every year he stole, withering and weakening without dying. My brothers sealed the stone in a vault beneath Belmore Manor. 3 keys were required to open it. My brothers each took one, vowing never to allow the stone to work its evil power. But one person disagreed. He had seen the stone and knew what it could do. The ship's first officer, Rackham. And now, he'll stop at nothing to get it, murdering my brothers, enslaving me, and killing you.
This isn't quite the treasure I expected to find.
Murphy, the treasure isn't $13 million. All that money went into researching the stone and then sealing it away where no one would find it. This fireplace is the entrance to the vault where it's hidden. You see the keyholes concealed in the mantle? We'll need my brother's keys to open it.
And I guess finding the keys is where I come in?
Uiuiui.
What if we just leave it sealed up? Hide the keys so Rackham can never find it?
He will find it. I don't know how long it will take, but eventually he'll find it. And I won't be able to resist the curse for that long. I need you to find those keys tonight, before the wedding.
Okay.
What will Rackham do if he gets control of the coffin stone?
Rackham fears the judgment of death more than anything. The stone will allow him to return to flesh and blood and remain here in the mortal realm for as long as he keeps taking people's lives.
He'll keep murdering people?
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's easy to know his first targets. Once he has the stone, there's an entire household of lives right here, ready for him to steal, including yours and mine.
He can steal life from ghosts?
The explosion may have interrupted things, but the spirits here still hold the years of life they're owed. They may never be able to use them, but Rackham will.
Geil. Ja, ich würde die auch alle gern wieder lebendig
How do I
machen.
even start looking for your brothers?
You need to speak to Madame Planchette. She helped my brothers years ago, and now she might be able to help us too.
Who's Madame Planchette?
An old friend of the family my brothers brought to our house to help them. Some people call her the Parlor Witch.
Die Tür geht auf.
This house really needs its wiring looked into.
Oh no,
What's wrong?
the spell. It's coming over me again. Listen, as much as it frightens me to say it, I think Rackham might be right. Everything I do is making it harder for me to resist the spell. I don't know if I'll be able to break out of it again. I need you to do this for me, Murphy.
I will, just tell me what to do.
Madame Planchette will be the first step of 3 journeys you'll need to undertake. One for each of my brothers, each finished only by reclaiming their key and placing it in this fireplace.
I won't stop until I've done it, Abigail. I will beat Rackham to the treasure.
For all our sakes, I hope you're right.
I was on my own again, and baffled by the situation I'd gotten myself into. The $13 million, the whole reason I traveled to the island and then quit my job, was gone. I had every desire to wait until sunrise and get that taxi back off the island just like I'd planned. Free of magic, free of ghosts, and free of the very real possibility that I'd be joining them. But heck, plans change. And now there was someone I needed to see.
Spannend. Sehr spannend. Es nimmt Fahrt auf hier. Oh, ich gehe direkt hin. Okay.
Excuse my intrusion.
Sure.
Abigail Belmore told me to find you. She said you may be able to help me find her brothers.
Murphy McCallan, come in, come in. Sit yourself down and let me introduce myself. I am Madame Planchette, psychic medium, soothsayer of the supernatural, forecaster of fortunes. And you're the one who caused all these troubles. Am I right?
Things kinda got away from me.
And now, we need to get them under control. Now, how precisely can I help you?
Gute Frage, wirklich. Fangen wir an mit
The
ihm.
man in the portrait was standing on a stage holding a cup and saucer. The man in the portrait was seated at a desk with papers in his hand. The man in the portrait was standing in front of a globe. I need to talk to Abigail's 3 brothers. Can we cast a summoning spell again to speak to their ghosts?
I'm afraid not, Murphy. The ghosts of Belmore Manor could only be summoned because our spirits were trapped here and hadn't moved on to the spirit realm. The Belmore brothers were murdered months before the wedding. Each has long since moved on, however reluctantly. It's very rare for someone to come back from the other side. It can happen, but I don't think there is much chance of that here.
Wie dann?
How can we make contact with the 3 brothers?
We need to conduct a seance for each of the brothers. A way to contact
Seance of
them in the
Blake
spirit
Manor.
realm and learn how and where they were killed. But each spirit is attuned differently. I will need you to gather some objects in order to contact them.
Okay, Yardley. So heißt
What do we need to contact Yardley Belmore?
Yardley was a man of leisure, accustomed to the finer things in life. As his portrait shows, we must read tea leaves to contact him. You must bring me a used teacup.
Oh, okay.
What do we need to contact Xavier Belmore?
Xavier was a man of the world, a traveler across the globe. As in his portrait, it is a globe that we will need to contact him, but one made of glass, a crystal ball.
Einen Globus hätte ich jetzt gefunden hier am Dachstuhl.
What do we need to contact Cecil Belmore?
Cecil was a man of letters, skilled with the written word. Like the papers you see in his portrait, to contact him, you must bring me a spirit board, a sheet of letters through which Cecil may communicate.
Das könnte ich von der Zeitungsfrau bekommen.
How can I find those seance items when I can't even leave the house? I don't even know what's trapping me here.
That would be Abigail.
Abigail is keeping me trapped in the house?
She was. A last desperate act to keep you here and free her from Rackham's curse. Return to the front doors, Murphy, and they will now open for you. Scour the island, search the manor, and bring those 3 items back to me, and we can begin to locate the 3 brothers.
Okay, Deal.
I'll start looking right away.
Good luck. And hurry. Rackham will soon know what you're trying to do. And unlike the other ghosts here, his powers are no longer confined to the house. Just one more thing before you go. I have something that may help you.
Ich bitte drum. Ein Anhänger?
A necklace? What can I do with this?
Return it to whom it belongs. Now go. You do not have much time, and yet the mysteries of our entire island await.
It was time to test what Madame Planchette had told me, and see if I really could leave the house.
Yeah!
So it was true. Right now I was living my very own ghost story, with a household of people who needed my help and a villainous phantom who had to be stopped. With Belmore Manor unlocked, the entirety of the house and island were now mine to explore. Somewhere out there were the Belmore brothers' 3 keys. My first task, to gather a crystal ball, a spirit board, and some tea leaves.
War hier eigentlich noch was drin oder habe ich mir das eingebildet? Moment.
I considered wading into the pond, water up to my waist. Then I realized a large pond.
Okay. Also, wo gibt es noch Stellen, die uns generell noch offen sind? Was haben wir noch nicht gemacht? Also wir waren logischerweise in den 3 Räumen noch nicht, von Yardley, Cessna und Xavier. Wir waren noch nicht in dieser, also da, wo diese kleine Burg ist, wo das Tor, wo wir das Gunpowder gefunden haben, wo die Katze war. Da waren wir noch nicht drin. In der Mühle war der Hinterraum noch zu. In dem Captain's Club waren keine Leute, vielleicht sind da jetzt Leute. In dem Laden, wo wir die Brosche polieren konnten, kann ich safe noch irgendwas machen, weil ich ihn damit ja kurzzeitig ablenken kann, so mit dem Fisch oder irgendwas. Kann ich das immer wieder mit Wasser füllen. Dankeschön. Wir waren noch nicht in der Kirche. Ich weiß aber nicht, ob man da rein kann. Auf dem Friedhof war rechts noch diese, ja, was aussah wie so eine Geheimtür. Und mehr fällt mir jetzt erstmal nicht mehr ein. Gut. Mich würde mal interessieren, was mit dem Schiff passiert ist. Oh, damn. Oh, das stimmt.
My trek through the bayou was easier on the return. My destination glowed green through the bald cypress trees. And then I saw why. The Spirit Queen was now a smoldering wreck, the embers of the green fire still glowing from within.
Oh, shit. Aber was haben wir hier? Noch die
I
Telegramme.
wondered if I could reach the telegrams.
Wozu?
Well, that answered that.
Okay, Kumpel Blase ist also auch noch da. Da war nichts mehr drin, ne?
There was nothing else of interest in the shack.
Und das ist die Hälfte von dem Kompass,
It was a handmade necklace of a wooden compass broken in 2.
wo er doch die andere Hälfte haben müsste, oder? Das check ich mal ganz kurz gegen. Huh! Hey, eine Tea Party.
It was strange to
Okay, das checken wir gleich ab. Also gerade ein bisschen fucking scary.
think that I
Aber da könnte ich Teeblätter herbekommen. Aber jetzt will ich mal ganz kurz... Was wollte ich jetzt machen? Ach ja, nochmal zu der... Kurz nochmal zu der Leiche. Bitte sag mir, dass ich jetzt schnell hier wieder hochkomme. Danke.
This must have been the skeleton of the sailor. I needed to think of something else.
Okay, hast du das nicht bei dir? Scheiße.
I didn't want to cut the skeleton down myself.
Okay, dann nicht. Gut, war nur eine Idee. Ja, dann checken wir mal die Tea Party ab, was auch immer da abgeht gerade. Und dir könnte ich noch die Bibel bringen. Gut zu wissen übrigens, dass die Geister noch da sind. Die sind nicht alle verschwunden. What the fuck?
The chalkboard was blank, presumably waiting a decorative welcome for the infernal marriage of an evil phantom to his cursed bride.
Ich habe keine Kreide mehr. Die habe ich ja schon im Gri-Gri verschwendet. Okay. Oh, sorry, ich habe gerade ein bisschen Magenschmerzen. Okay, Tea Party.
Oh,
What
it's
the
you again.
fuck?
Mallory, what are you doing here on the Belmore estate? I thought all the locals were too scared to wander around here.
What does it look like I'm doing? I'm having a tea party for my birthday. Happy birthday to me.
How cute. And what are you talking about with your new doll?
Our strategy for conquering mortal civilization.
Right.
It's rude not to introduce yourself, you know.
Mallory, have you been practicing ventriloquism?
Are you calling me a dummy?
You can talk?
I'm ahead. Talking is one of the few things I can specialize in.
I didn't know that.
You didn't ask. My name, now that you're listening, is Sir Edward Teddington, or as Miss Wisp here calls me.
Shrunken Ted.
Kurzer Cut, ich bin gleich wieder da. Okay, ich bin wieder da. Kurze funny Story oder auch nicht so funny, ich bin mir nicht sicher. Ich habe kurz Pause gemacht, weil ich echt dringend auf die Toilette musste. Und ja, dann bin ich so in meine Küche gegangen, habe ein bisschen abgespült, nochmal kurz mit meinem Vater telefoniert. Und dann komme ich in meinen Raum rein und war so, oh fuck. Ich habe noch so auf mein Handy geguckt und überlegt, habe ich vielleicht noch Zeit, vielleicht noch einen Part aufzunehmen? Ja, doch, das schaffe ich noch. Und dann bin ich her und check so, ach, Moment mal, die Aufnahme läuft ja noch, der Part war ja noch gar nicht vorbei. Daher, hi, es ist für mich jetzt ja, eine halbe, dreiviertel Stunde her, aber hey, es geht weiter.
You're not doing very much tea drinking at your tea party.
I couldn't get a handle on the physiology of it. No arms, hands, or esophagus makes this a little trickier than it used to be.
And I am drinking it. Watch.
Not a fan?
Maybe it's an acquired taste.
But an important one to acquire. Tea was the fuel of the British Empire.
Then maybe it would be better in a gas tank.
Mallory was handling the teacup with the tentativeness of a toddler being given castor oil.
What the fuck? Okay.
May I have a cup of tea?
Nope.
Now, Mallory, what were we saying about manners?
Oh, yes, right. How do I put this delicately? I'm afraid this is a private engagement exclusively for the Sisterhood of Darkness.
Precisely. Remember, we may be planning on enveloping the world with a new totalitarian empire led by yourself as queen, but that's no reason to be impolite. Manners cost nothing. However, in this case, it is a private engagement.
Mallory, you shouldn't be inside the Belmore estate. Don't you know about the disappeared wedding?
You're asking a little girl about murder, black magic, and broken hearts?
No.
Sorry, I don't want to give you nightmares.
Are you kidding me? I love this stuff! I wrote a paper on it last semester that prompted a parent-teacher intervention.
Wie alt bist du?
Haven't you seen the Phantom?
The grumpy guy in the tall hat? Yeah, I've seen him through the windows of the house.
Doesn't he give you nightmares?
Sure does, but those are the kind of dreams I like.
Okay.
Do you know Sebastian Bach?
Unfortunately,
Why didn't you tell me?
I did.
Okay, yes, you did, but didn't you think it was worth mentioning he was a ghost?
I didn't think you'd be interested. Most grown-ups just don't believe me.
So you can see ghosts?
Ugh, I wish I couldn't. Most of them don't shut up. Wailing through the windows all the time. Sebastian's the worst, the booger-brained bighead. Thinks he knows everything.
But the ghosts weren't visible until I cast the summoning spell.
To you, maybe. I mean, they're a lot more visible now. They were just shadowy, glowy things before.
The fact that I conducted an occult spell seemed to be lost on her. Knowing what I did about her, she probably did the same every day before breakfast. It was Sebastian that made you get the tin boat. He altered the toy catalog.
I knew it! Well, that's it. He's going to the top of the hit list once I'm queen of the universe. If you see him, tell him Pock's in for a shock.
So, Ted, that whole time I was carrying you around in my pocket...
Picking me up and stuffing me inside your vest without even a good evening? That's the living for you nowadays. rude.
I'm very sorry. I've just never encountered a shrunken head that could talk to me before.
Maybe you have, and you just never introduced yourself.
I suppose, but I can't go around introducing myself to every inanimate object that I'm carrying on the off chance that they're supernaturally possessed, can I?
Did you just call me an object? That's objectification right there.
How did you end up as a shrunken head, Ted?
Can you believe this, Mallory? Asking about physical impairments just as brazenly as you like.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was a sore subject.
Well, I'll tell you anyway. Me
Tell you.
and the old boys were embarking on a race through the Caribbean, known as the Coconut Rally. 14 days, 14 islands, with only what you can carry on your back to sustain you. It was all going so well, until day 9, when I was told to seek out a tribe of pygmies. Perhaps I got a bit lost, because the village I found was populated by villagers of average height.
Didn't that clue you in that you were in the wrong place?
I thought maybe they were just exceptionally tall pygmies. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, you know. They were a very welcoming people, filling me up on pork and bananas, a nice hot bath in a pot they hung over the fire. But it turns out they held a different philosophy when it comes to head placement and proportion. Still, no use grumbling. That's not the British way. Stiff upper lip. That's what we need.
Ted, how did you end up on Devil's Rock?
I was brought back here on a merchant ship by a strange man in a top hat who settled on me as a souvenir. Can you believe it? The indignity of being swapped and saying I was only worth 2 chickens.
I'd say at least 3.
Exactly.
And now you're helping a little girl take over the world, Ted?
Look, I was a little late getting in on the British Empire, and now its height has passed me by. I don't want to miss out again. This is my opportunity to get my foot on the ladder of a new attempt.
More like your chin on the ladder.
Very funny. You know, I have other interests too. You really need to get to know me as a person. I'm very well rounded.
Hey, würde ich gern. Ich glaube, ich kann mich mit der
You're
anfreunden.
just ahead.
The jokes just keep coming, don't they?
Could I have your teacup if you're not drinking it?
I am drinking it. Well, I would if it didn't taste so bitter.
Well, I'll leave you two to your
Ja,
plans.
du brauchst was zum Versüßen.
Sisterhood!
Long live the Sisterhood. Du brauchst was zum Versüßen.
Hey, leave that alone. I'm drinking it.
I thought you didn't like it.
Maybe it's a
Do you mind if I take this?
good idea. You can be my butler.
Okay. Das heißt, darauf will ich irgendwas Süßes. Ist die Molasse süß? So ein bisschen honigmäßig? Melasse, sorry. Oh, guck mal, da oben ist der Schirm. Hä? Lol.
I dunked the teaspoon into the molasses. The parasol had landed decidedly out of reach.
Ja. Okay, hi.
Then we bribe the kindergarteners and use them for espionage.
Shh, shh, shh. He's back.
Ja, genau, das habe ich früher auch immer gemacht. Hier.
That was going to be better in her tea.
What did you just put in my tea?
Try it now.
Careful, Mallory. It could be poison.
Does this dope look smart enough to brew poison?
Good point. You'd probably give it a taste test. Bottoms up, my girl. Drink on.
Mmm. Hey, that tastes pretty good.
I thought you'd like it.
Sure did. I drank the whole cup.
Kann ich sie jetzt haben?
Let me clear this away for you.
Good, butler. You shall be spared the dungeons.
Okay. Ey, damit habe ich meinen ersten Gegenstand schon. Das ging ja schnell. Aber natürlich noch nicht den Schlüssel. Ich werde mit ihm labern können und dann kriege ich wahrscheinlich erst eine große Aufgabe. Okay. Dann brauche ich eine Kristallkugel und ein Brett. Für das Brett machen wir das erstmal, bevor wir wieder zu Dings gehen. Für das Brett gehe ich doch mal safe davon
Life
aus.
continued on in Dead Nettle, its citizens oblivious to the supernatural struggle happening on the
das
far
ist-
side of the island. Even with their predilection for local legend, I doubted they'd believe me if I told them.
Oh, da ist eine neue Figur. Was mich gerade dran erinnert, jedes Mal war jetzt hier irgendwas Neues. Liegt hier irgendwas
Tide was
Neues?
still
Ja,
high
oh.
as I returned to the Causeway Beach, while the sands were now the purlieu of a rather strange gentleman jabbing at the rocks with a walking stick.
Okay. Mit dem reden wir gleich. Kann ich dir irgendwas klauen? Kann ich dir die Flasche klauen?
I picked up the vacuum flask from the portable table.
Juckt ihn nicht. Kann ich die auch mit Wasser füllen? Moment, ich will jetzt erstmal was... Also mein eigentlicher Plan war, dass ich hier zur Dingsfrau gehe. Du hast ja auch irgendwas Neues. Moment mal kurz. Gab's hier eine Fontäne?
Oh, look who's returned.
Good evening, Felix.
Remind me, did you say your name was Captain Knott?
My pseudonym, that's right, for marketing purposes.
Because I've been doing some research in the club archives, and it seems as though we already had a Captain Knott as a member about 10 years ago.
That would be my father, Captain Knott Sr. I'll pass on a hello next time I see him.
42 years as a captain, sailed each of the 7 seas.
That's the one. More at home on the waves.
It says in the records that he's deceased.
Might be harder than expected to pass on that hello, actually.
Drowned, apparently,
A mighty struggle.
while taking a bath.
Mainly a struggle with the plug, really.
Look, I'm on to you, Sonny. When Mr. Perkins gets back tomorrow, we'll be having an investigation.
Bis
Captain
dahin bin
Knott
ich weg.
or not a captain.
And until then,
Enjoy the club.
Dankeschön. So, kann ich das auch mit Wasser
the
füllen?
bottle I was carrying would be a better choice for that. I didn't need to keep it hot or cold.
Oh, fair. Okay, gut. Ich wollte aber auch eigentlich hier hin. Um vielleicht hier raus...
What a piece of junk. So much as a nudge and the whole thing locks up. Work, damn you!
That almost hit me.
Almost isn't good enough. A few inches over and we could have had a lovely headline about a gory workplace accident.
Kannst du mir das geben?
What seems to be the problem?
The till coil snapped off and almost had my eye out.
Your eye?
Can you believe it? I try to get a story that's fit to print and instead the printing press has a fit. Why can't I get one of those electric machines like they've got at the New Orleans Post?
Weiß ich nicht.
Can I help fix it?
The press needs a new coil, but the only manufacturer is an 82-year-old machinist in Boise, Idaho. Getting a replacement will take weeks.
Das ist schlecht.
Can I help fix?
Maybe,
Can I help?
maybe, if you can magic up a new coil.
Okay. Aber so könnte ich vielleicht an was kommen.
Hands off, McAllen. This is delicate business.
Okay. Ich habe aber nichts, was sich da irgendwie eignet, oder?
The printing press was missing a spring. Attacking the bolts with pliers wasn't going to help that.
Kann ich mir...
There was no. Besides,
This happens right now, just what I need. I'm the only one allowed behind the desk, McAllen.
Sorry, ich wusste nicht, dass du es mitbekommst. Okay, hier komme ich noch nicht weiter. Wir hatten aber mit dir, glaube ich, werde ich nochmal reden wollen. Wir hatten aber schon festgestellt, dass hier drüben...
Welcome back.
Könnte das als Kristallkugel zählen?
there was no way I could carry a fishbowl full of water and a live goldfish around with me. If I wanted it, the goldfish was going to need a new home first.
Oh ne, aber nicht hier drin, oder?
The neck of the bottle was far too narrow for the pudgy little goldfish to swim through.
Okay, Moment. Das heißt, ich brauche irgendwas, wo er stattdessen drin... Okay, Moment. Mir würde jetzt halt der Pisstopf wieder einfallen. Aber an den bin ich ja nicht mehr rangekommen, weil sich diese Gerätschaft die ganze Zeit bewegt hat, ne? Oh, hier ist leer geworden.
I didn't need to search for a book right now. Now wasn't the time to rearrange the furniture.
Jupp, ich hatte nur mal gedacht, vielleicht ist hier noch irgendwas. Okay, aber hier, das bewegt sich ja immer noch, ne? Oh, hier ist was passiert. Oh, hier sind Sachen passiert. Aber warum? Wer? Durch wen? Warum? Weshalb?
As I
Weswegen?
descended back into the cellar, the lack of mechanical noise quickly revealed that the barrel lift was no longer working.
Wieso nicht?
Looking at the fuse box, it was clear to see why the barrel lift no longer moved. The fuse had blown, taking the small glass cover with it. Knowing the erratic...
Okay.
Now that the wire was... I didn't want to damage it any more than it was. With questionable regard for my own safety, I pulled the damaged fuse from its socket.
Und ich kann mir den Topf wieder mitnehmen. Das ist doch ein super, super neues Zuhause für den Goldfisch, oder?
I took the chamber pot back off the machine.
Okay, und hier Feuerwerkskörper.
I took one of the fireworks. The logo on the side revealed that it was called the Whizzer. I'd known a boy in elementary school with the same name.
Ich auch.
I considered looking through the boxes, but doubted my immediate situation needed a set of matching crockery or monogrammed dish towels. I considered looking...
Kann ich die
There was nothing
bewegen?
large that
Okay, also ja,
I
aber ich...
considered looking through...
Okay, whatever. Brauchen wir gerade nicht. Ich frage mich nur, wer die hier hin platziert hat. Okay. Dann würde ich doch diesen Topf jetzt einfach benutzen, um das Goldfischglas zu bekommen, weil ich meine, das ist das Closeste, was wir bisher zu einer Kristallkugel gefunden haben, ne? Könnte das... Also ich weiß nicht, ob das funktioniert, obviously, aber...
Welcome
So.
back.
Ja, dankeschön. Dann polier du hier mal wieder Scheiße.
Would you be able to polish my brooch again?
Goodness me. What have you been doing with it?
Oh, you know, just the usual wear and tear.
I don't know how anyone does this much tearing while wearing. But hand it over and we'll shine her up.
Okay. Und dann machen wir das jetzt so, oder? Ja.
With Jasper distracted, it was time for his fish to move into its new porcelain-throne home. Hopefully it didn't suffer any indignity at the change of residence. But then, being a goldfish, it would probably soon forget anyway.
Es ist grainy. Und ich klaue das jetzt einfach, ne, das Glas. Blub.
Here you go. I've wrapped it in a little tissue paper this time so it doesn't get dirty again.
Okay, danke.
Thank you.
But really, sir, this many polishings in one night might be approaching my limit. I certainly understand the appeal of a good flash, but I don't know how many more times tonight I can cope with this.
Okay, keine Sorge, ich brauch's dann nicht mehr. Seidenpapier, ach du Scheiße, wir haben jetzt eine ganze Reihe voller Items. Holy Fickerino. Eine Sicherung, Feuerwerkskörper. Ich weiß gar nicht, was ich damit alles will. Aber wir haben die Teetasse und die Kristallkugel und bräuchten jetzt noch ein Schreibebrett. Der Part ist jetzt schon ziemlich fortgeschritten. Weswegen ich, glaube ich, jetzt nichts Großes Neues mehr anfangen wollen würde. Wir haben hier noch einen neuen NPC. Wir haben hier noch einen neuen NPC. Der Dude am Steg hat was neben sich liegen, weswegen ich wahrscheinlich nochmal mit ihm reden will. Ist hier noch irgendwas neu? Das Huhn ist jetzt da hinten. Okay, und hier drin, da kann ich ja auch noch irgendwas machen. Ist das Fort zufällig offen? Nope. Und wie ist bei der Kirche? Sind die
Turning to
Dudes noch
St.
da?
Juniper's
Ja.
Church,
Oh.
it was clear by the illuminated windows and the repetitive hum of a
Ah.
newly placed generator that the rum runners had made themselves at home.
Okay, da ist jetzt ein Generator und das Auto ist offen. Okay, das könnte ein guter Punkt sein, um beim nächsten Mal Fortschritt zu machen. Ich würde hier an dieser Stelle speichern und sagen, dass wir uns beim nächsten Mal wiedersehen, den dritten Gegenstand holen und dann mal diese ganzen Wahrsagertätigkeiten durchgehen, um dann in die 3 Räume vielleicht zu kommen und die 3 Schlüssel zu finden, I guess. Bin ganz zufrieden mit dem Fortschritt. Bis übermorgen und ciao, ciao.